Yeah, Dennis Dunbar and Cameron Artist Payne. Oh, they were asking defensive leaders, not offensive.
Greer, you guys have been, or Joseph Hoy from the Dallas Morning News. Greer, you guys have been kind of put in some tough situations as a defense over the last couple of games. And you guys have responded, where does that kind of come from, especially for a group that's really never played together?
Yeah, I think it starts with just like the guys up front. It starts with them and it goes all the way back. Obviously we can't you know, take charge of like the situation that we're put in. But unfortunately, we've had some bad situations and we've kind of bowed up, and that just shows that we're a gritty defense. And I think that's something we take pride on. And going forward, I think that's really going to pay dividends for us and later in the season.
How's it going, guys? Matt Davidson, Lone Star Gridiron. I do the podcast show with Lance. Lance, we talked on the podcast show about you guys being able to establish the run. I thought you guys did. You just want to talk about the way you guys were able to run the ball?
Yeah, we came out the mindset of, put the ball on the ground a little bit begin with. We had a couple great plays. We didn't have the big plays in the beginning, really the whole game. But, just establish the run, kind of helps the offense, be balanced. So I feel like the O-line did a great job. Receivers did a great job blocking. We just didn't do enough to get the dub today.
Hey guys, Anthony Miller with xf4board.com. Greer, I want to talk about, you had the tough task of facing up against PJ Walker today, and it seems like you guys really stepped in, were able to contain him. What did you see on tape that was able to give you that confidence to contain him?
Yeah, so when you have an explosive player like that, it's all about everyone trying to get to the ball. And also for those like secondary guys is really, staying on coverage longer because he extends plays. So we knew going into it that we were going to have to cover longer than we have the whole season. And then up front we had to try to disrupt them. Our goal was to get 5 bat downs in the game. We didn't get there, but we knew that was going to be a big part of the game.
Lance, this was the beginning of a new rivalry between two in-state Texas teams. What do you think a Texas rivalry can do for this league as it tries to grow?
It can do a lot for this league. Texas loves football. What better way to have a great rivalry in Texas? Two teams battling out, for bragging rights. I think today was a great game. A lot of turnovers, a lot of big plays. It was good for TV. Good for the XFL. Everybody enjoyed, explosive, great football.
Lance, obviously, we asked Greer about, you putting them in tough situations. As an offense, when you turn the ball over 5 times, what does that, mean to you? And, when you put them in such tough positions?
Anytime you turn the ball over that many times, it's going to be hard to win games. The stats on that is crazy. It's out the roof. Like, it's probably up 90% chance you lose the game with that many turnovers. Maybe 99%, We just got to do a better job, obviously, is take care of the ball. Defense played great. They played their butt off all game, We just didn't – we came up short. We didn't do our part, which you better get back to the drawing board. It starts in practice all week, just executing play after play after play and trying to put it together on, Sunday or Saturday.
Lance, with those 5 turnovers and you only lose the game by 7 points, does that tell you how good of a team you can be if you take away those mistakes?
Yeah, we see it, week after week, from week one, we always start off slow. In the second half, we always come to play, and we just got to do a better job in the beginning. We know we're a great team. We just got to put it all together.
I grew Noah Parker, TCU 360. Can you talk about the defensive effort early in the game after y'all were put into some bad positions to kind of minimize the damage?
Yeah, so I think that when turnovers happen, defenses sometimes can get, have that play into their own philosophy and kind of get weak and let, offense just drive down and get easy points. But it's always been our emphasis that whatever the offense gets on us, they're going to earn. And so regardless whether it was a turnover, big return, something in the special teams game, that when we line up, we're going to make it really hard to score on us.
Lance, before Landry went down with the injury, you guys were moving the ball, and aside from the strip sack and scoop and score, you guys were moving the ball, doing well. As an offense, do you guys feel like you're close to kind of putting together a finished product?
We're really close. Like I said, we just got to do it, execute down after down after down. We got to put it all together. Once we do that, you see, a couple plays here and there, we move the ball down the field. So we just got to find a way to come together as an offense and make those plays and just execute better.
Lance, this is Greg Higgins, East Texas Radio. You talked about just a few minutes ago about the slow starts. What do you feel like you guys need to do, or how do you start better going forward?
That's a good question. To be honest with you, I don't know. I feel like we try to fix that week in and week out, and then it kind of end up being the same thing. You know, my mindset, it always starts at practice. We got to practice great from the start, you know. I mean, you would think during the week, we always have our worst day the first day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing. You start off slow, and then we start picking it up. So I guess it starts at practice. We got to find a way to have a great day the first day, you know, of the week, executing every day. I mean,
And there's going to be games this season where the offense is going to have to pick us up. So it hasn't been that way thus far, but we have a good enough offense that that's going to be the deal. They're going to have to pick us up, and they will at some point. We're just waiting for it.
Any other questions? Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.